With each day that passes, we are getting closer to Star Wars Celebration, which is going to be the destination and reveal of the official Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really interested in is, of course, exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself. We do know that a lot of fans around the world are very fascinated about this movie and exactly what Disney is going to do, what JJ is going to do in order to end the Skywalker saga for these characters involving, of course, both Kylo Ren, Rey, Luke, Leia, Lando, etc. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film. However, what's really intriguing originates from The Hollywood Reporter. If you guys want to go ahead and check out the original full story, it will be linked below in the description. Now, what's really interesting about this is that we got a reaction from Disney about Star Wars Episode 9, and this all comes from, of course, film chief Alan Horn. He spoke with The Hollywood Reporter, and this is what he had to say about Star Wars Episode 9 briefly, giving his reaction to the film of what he's seen so far. I went to the set and was with JJ, Kathy, and the cast. I watched a couple of scenes being shot, and then we all had dinner. I have not seen a cut of it yet, but I watch dailies every weekend and send JJ and Kathy a note every weekend. It's a big deal, and it's going to be terrific. Hashtag Episode 9. So, what's really interesting about all of this, from The Hollywood Reporter, if you guys want to go ahead and check this out below, that's what he had to say about Episode 9. He even went on to talk a little bit about Solo, and of course the big box office movies. Now, he says on expectations about all of this, the thing about these big movies is they get a lot of attention, whether positive or negative. So when they don't work, like Solo, the media says it's a failure. I think it was a pretty good movie. The press writes it up in a more negative way than I would. So yes, right then and there he admits that Solo, a Star Wars story, didn't necessarily do too well at the box office, but however, he did enjoy the film. So Alan Horn, that's what he had to say about Episode 9. Like I say, he went to the set with JJ and Kathy and the cast, he watched a couple of scenes that were being shot, and they all had dinner afterward. And that's where he actually brought up how this film is going to be a big deal, and it's going to be terrific. That's all he had to say, but those are big words coming out of Alan Horn. He usually doesn't talk about films that are actually in the making, whether it's principal photography or post-production when it comes to a Star Wars film. So it is very intriguing for sure. We do know that JJ and crew have a big plan for this movie. They do have a lot of twists and turns coming our way. Even Richard E. Grant, when he spoke with the Radio Times, he actually said that there's going to be a lot of earth-shaking revelations and twists in this movie that's going to have saga-wide implications, meaning it's going to change our perception on, of course, the prequels and the originals, and that is a huge deal. So how this movie is a big deal and how it's going to be terrific, coming from, of course, Alan Horn himself, alright, the film chief of Disney. You can really see what they're trying to do with this movie. So as of right now, I believe that we are 48 days out from Star Wars Celebration on April 11th, which is when we will be getting the official teaser trailer and/or trailer of Episode 9 and actual footage of this movie that'll give us the overall tone of the film. It'll give us an idea of the plot and exactly where J.J. Abrams is taking the audience in the final installment of this current trilogy. So honestly, I think what they have to do right now is they really do have to step their game up. They really do have to get the ball rolling in order to really spread a lot of word about this movie. Because as of right now, we still don't know the title, we don't know the synopsis, we have yet to see a poster, and we don't even have a snippet of footage. We only have 2 photographs from J.J. Abrams on his Twitter account so far, and that's the only official promotional stuff that we have seen for Episode 9 by JJ himself. So with that being said, guys, what do you think about Alan Horn and what he had to say about the film? And also, what do you think about this movie so far from everything that you have been hearing? Honestly, I think that this movie does have a lot going for it. It's a very important film for Disney and Lucasfilm, especially after Solo, in the box office results. This is being used as a course correction by Disney, so it is a big deal, in a sense in that way. So looking at everything here, you know, the fact that Alan Horn was actually brought on the set, watched a couple of scenes being shot, and then they all had dinner afterward, it just tells us how close JJ, Kathy, the crew, and even Alan Horn himself really are. Personally, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how the community reacts once they drop that title, once they drop that teaser trailer and/or trailer, the first set of footage of the film, and exactly how the actual community is going to react, either in a negative or a positive way, or in a fair way. That's going to be a big question open on the table for discussion right now, until they drop something significant when it comes to official promotional material, is exactly how the community is going to react. Let's say if it's going to be in a negative way. How is Disney going to react to that? How are they going to handle the situation? That's another big question for sure. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.